Celtic have been hit with a massive double blow ahead of the match against Dundee. We will go over what that is in today's video, whilst as always covering all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Former Celtic centre-back Kelvin Wilson has shared some advice and insight into the challenges faced by Jamie Simpson-Pusey, who is finding it tough to break through since his summer move from Manchester City. The young defender was part of the back line that shipped 5 goals in a 5-3 defeat to East Fife on Friday night, in a rare run-out for the B team. It was the first time he pulled on Celtic colours. With fellow summer arrival Callum Osmond also starting, it was a tough night all around. Wilson, who spent 2 seasons at Parkhead, knows exactly what it feels like to be under the spotlight in Glasgow. He said, "You can play a game and win 1-0 and you read the papers the next morning and you're getting hammered. You think, wait a minute, we've just won." So that will be something he has to get used to. And performances, you can't be a 6 out of 10 every week. You need to be 8 or 9 playing for Celtic and you have to dominate. Being a centre-half and a goalkeeper, what I noticed at Celtic, you have a lot of the ball. There might be 3 or 4 occasions where they counter-attack or get a bit of possession. It's how you're switched on and you react to that. I think that's what's damaging a few times for defenders that I've seen at Celtic. The concentration levels, that's a big thing. Technically, they are good enough. That's why they are there. But I think it's the other side. Not switching off because you do get a lot of the ball, and it's just about not getting bored as a defender because you get a lot of the ball in the attacking area. So it's being switched on. That would be my advice to him. Just concentrate on that side of his game. While Simpson-Pusey hasn't yet cracked the first team squad, Celtic and Man City remain patient with the PL2 Player of the Year, and it's hoped that game time, even in difficult circumstances, will sharpen him for what's to come. As Celtic News reported on Friday, there are currently no intentions from Man City to recall the defender. Brendan Rodgers has said that he will eventually play a part in his team, but admitted it would be further down the line. Friday night was a good opportunity to put some minutes into the legs. Now for the main story, as Brendan Rodgers has been hit with a potential double injury blow ahead of Celtic's clash with Dundee after the international break. Celtic's attacking problems could worsen, with Dyson Maeda and Sebastian Tunekti both facing fitness concerns. Maeda has withdrawn from the Japan squad due to a leg injury and has returned to Scotland for assessment before the trip to Dundee, according to reports on the 12th of October. Meanwhile, Tunekti, who missed Tunisia's win over São Tomé and Príncipe with a thigh issue, is expected to feature in their next game, but the news still concerns Rodgers. Both wingers started the recent 3-2 win over Motherwell, meaning if they're sidelined, Rodgers will be forced to reshuffle his attack. That scenario could hand Michel-Ange Balikwisha a chance to start and prove his worth after arriving in the summer. Balikwisha, 24, made his debut against Rangers in the Glasgow derby, one of the toughest fixtures possible to start his Celtic career. With Kelechi Iheanacho now leading the line, Balikwisha could be key in reigniting Celtic's attacking spark. In other news, Celtic's Kasper Schmeichel might just have done a few of his club teammates and an entire nation a massive favour on Sunday night. The veteran goalkeeper was between the sticks for Denmark as they defeated Greece 3-1, a result with huge implications for Scotland's World Cup qualification hopes. Earlier in the evening, Anthony Ralston started and Kieran Tierney came off the bench as Scotland edged past Belarus 2-1, days after coming from behind to beat Greece. That win left Steve Clarke's men needing a favour, and Schmeichel delivered. Denmark's victory means Scotland are now guaranteed at least a playoff spot for the 2026 World Cup in the USA, Mexico and Canada. There are still 2 matches left in the group, and if Scotland can beat both Greece and Denmark, they could still finish top of the group outright. Having drawn with the Danes over in Denmark, hopes are high for the match in Glasgow. Regardless, it's a major boost for the Tartan Army, and Schmeichel's performance didn't go unnoticed by Celtic fans, who were quick to thank their number one for helping their international teammates. With the international break wrapping up, all eyes now return to domestic action, where Celtic travel to Dundee this Sunday. In other news, Alistair Johnston is edging closer to a Celtic return, but before the battle resumes, the Canadian international has taken a rare chance to catch his breath. The right back has been out since picking up an early season knock, pausing what had been a relentless stretch of football for both club and country. Since joining Celtic from CF Montreal in late 2022, Johnston has barely had a moment's rest, moving straight from the World Cup into the Premiership title race and then into international duty. This break, even if unplanned, might be exactly what his body needed. Known for his tireless energy and fierce work ethic, Johnston throws himself into every tackle and minute on the pitch, but even the hardest working players need a pause. He's expected to be back in contention within the next 4 weeks, possibly sooner, as Brendan Rodgers prepares for a demanding run, including matches against Hearts and Ibrox rivals Rangers. In the meantime, Johnston shared photos from a relaxing trip to the Isle of Arran, golf, coastal walks, and good food with his dog and partner, offering fans a glimpse of his more relaxed side. Supporters will be encouraged to see him recharging both physically and mentally because once he's back, rest will be in short supply. Competing on multiple fronts, Celtic will benefit hugely from his return. His mix of defensive strength and attacking drive has been missed, but now Johnston looks set to return refreshed, refocused, and ready to go again. Lastly, with Celtic players granted some downtime over the international break, Brendan Rodgers took the opportunity to return to his roots and indulge in a bit of pop culture. The Celtic boss spent the weekend in Derry with his family, where they enjoyed the hugely popular Derry Girls tour of the city. The visit provided a welcome break from the pressures of Parkhead, with the tour guide sharing a photo and message on Facebook. A pleasure today to welcome Brendan Rodgers and his family on a Derry Girls tour of the city. We just about managed to get everything in amidst plenty of selfies with local people. A fun day, a lovely family. Thank you for choosing me for your tour of the city elsewhere. James Forrest was spotted in Ireland catching some League of Ireland football, while Alistair Johnston took a trip to Arran, managing to squeeze in a round of golf before returning to training. Rodgers and his coaching staff were back at Lennoxtown this week, where the manager is preparing his squad for a demanding schedule ahead, starting with an away trip to Dundee this Sunday. There is good news in the form of Johnston's return from injury, with the Canadian fullback expected to be back in contention. However, Daisen Maeda has emerged as a doubt after pulling out of Japan's squad with a foot issue, and his availability for the weekend remains uncertain. With a domestic run of games ahead and Europe looming, Rodgers will be hoping his players return from the break refreshed and unscathed.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.